Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner. This is our review for Love After Lockup Season 3, Episode 22 and stuff, okay? If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff and whatnot, okay? Do not forget to also inhale and to exhale, to relax, to relate, to release. To like this video, comment in the comment section, also share it on your social media by hitting the share button, and also follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. The link is below. This episode, I feel like they're giving us like filler stuff and something gonna get better later, because I'm looking like this is saying, oh, bull crap and whatnot. So first up, we have Amber. I don't know why they brought Amber back. That's why I feel like it has to be some more stuff that's gonna come up later, because I'm looking like it's boring. She just sitting around talking on the phone. It don't matter. And so she happy because she's on the phone with Puppy. Puppy is getting out in 3 days. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me tell your mom. So she go in the house and she tells Puppy's mama, okay? Now, Puppy's mama was happy, okay? She was happy, joy, because Puppy has been in jail for 6 years. This will be the first time in 6 years that her daughter will be out of jail or whatnot. She brought up how, like, maybe 4 years ago, she was out for, like, 2 weeks after being gone for 2 years, but again, it's been about 6 years total. We're going to leave it in being whatnot. So the mama said how she does not want Puppy to get out and get in trouble because, she always gets into something. And she feels as if, Puppy wants more from Amber than Amber might be willing to give. I feel like Puppy Mama has to be aware that, Amber wants to eat her daughter's cooch. I feel like we all know that. Like, even what Amber is saying in this episode, I like Puppy. I have feelings for Puppy. We know you have feelings for the puppy and whatnot, okay? But I'm like, girl, bye. Puppy gonna come home, they gonna do it. So I don't know if the mama, is not okay with Puppy and them being gay or whatnot. I'm not sure, because again, you got her in your house living there because she wanna fuck your daughter. We knew that from the beginning. But I'm gonna leave that be. Again, that was all with them, okay? We then have Brittany and Marcelino. That is so Marcelino. Anyway, so Brittany gets home and tells Marcelino about her mama being all messed up, living at that motel and whatnot. How she says, I cannot see her like that. She likes to always ask for help, and then she fall back down the rabbit hole or whatever. And she asks for help, and she fall back down the rabbit hole. And I feel like I don't know when I'm supposed to give up on her, because again, she my mama. And if she died tomorrow and I did not help her today, I would feel horrible. And I feel like that's how you supposed to care for your parent. The difference is it's not as if our mom has ever been a good mom to her, for one, and two, Brittany has her own drug history, for two, so you don't want her to relapse basically dealing with her mama, and three, you have your own kids to deal with. So I'm like, it's a hard thing to figure out, when do I stop helping this whole adult woman? If your mom has been on drugs your whole life and you've tried 30,655 times to fix it, and the one time you don't try to help her, she die, you can't blame yourself, blame your mama. Because you have continued. No one can help an addict not be an addict besides that addict. And once a person gets to that point mentally that they know, I can't make them stop. And if they don't stop, it's not my fault. I'm going to leave that be and whatnot, okay? Now, Marcelino feel like, look, I don't want my kids around any parts of that drug life, that, that addict life at all. You can only let people drain you but so much until you realize, they ain't give you anything back in return or whatever. And he also feels like he wants them to have a boundary, because his mama was a drunk. And Brittany pointed out, like, your mom cared enough about you to stop drinking. My mom ain't got there yet. And I'm like, right. Your mom don't care enough about you to stay clean, where his mama felt, the need to get clean or whatever. Your mama ain't there yet, and that's his point. He said your mama is a pill popping alcoholic. Okay, so you can't hold yourself responsible for her actions, and she can't. But Brittany feels responsible, and she then said, "Well, you know what? This will be my last time helping her." He said, "Yeah, but what happens when this isn't the last time? Okay, what am I supposed to do if you keep going back and back and back? And I don't want that." I was like, I mean, you can't leave her, Mark. I don't know. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Andrea and Lamar. Okay, she's both of them or whatever. Now they sitting around eating or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why that food, something about that house look nasty. And I know some people just have messy houses that's not nasty. Her house look messy but nasty. Like she wiped the walls off with a paper towel which is dry. She washed the dishes in cold water, which is weird. She swept the floor but not mop the floor is weird. I don't know. Anyway, so they sitting around like a little family eating some, was it Alfredo? It was weird because the pasta didn't have it just looked weird all the way around and whatnot. Anyway, so Andrea was asking Lamar and Priscilla, like, how was the beach? What happened at the beach? And Priscilla almost spilled the beans. Well, we have fun, and we were talking to, and I was talking to myself, and I was like, you were talking to talk to your sister. But she catches herself before she stitched, and Lamar was looking like, oh, please. Don't let her say shit. I feel like Lamar was still wrong for telling Priscilla, don't tell your mama. I feel like it's one thing to say, don't tell mama, let me tell her. And then you can get home and explain that to your wife. But to make her want to keep this secret is some bull of the shit. Even though I get it because Andrea is batshit crazy. Okay, like them two on the screen. Now Lamar like, oh no, we was talking to the ice cream man. We got some ice cream, whatever. I'm like, you was up here and you winking at your daughter like, yeah, it's our secret. Don't teach your children that young that they should keep secrets. Don't do that. Anyway, he brings up in his confession, how he don't care what Andrea say. You know what I'm saying? He is going to see his daughter. I say, I get that, but you seeing her in private. You are sneaking around seeing your daughter. So my thing is, I don't care if you say, I don't care what you say, I'm going to still see her. And in private and in secret to me isn't right. Okay? It's just dumb or whatever. So they're sitting there chit-chatting. And Anderson, Andrea brings up how Tennyson, has concerns with the home life and may not want to go on his mission, even though she feels as if, he going on the mission. And he brings up how, well, I can't leave my sister at home with where they at. But what Tennyson brings up how he does not want Priscilla to be left at home alone with Andrea and Lamar based on how they be fussing and fighting around. Now, he like, I don't want her having to deal with that growing up because it just may not be good for her. Which makes me feel as if they probably watched their mom and daddy fuss and argue until the daddy left. Because we don't know what happened to their daddy. I really want someone to also teach Tennyson about moisturizer for his hair. His hair look really dry. Like desert dry. Like Las Vegas dry. It was too much for me and whatnot. Now, Tennyson and Nala and Lamar all tell Andrea how you need to leave Tennyson alone. Like, leave him some space and some room to learn how to live without you always running shit. Okay, he needs to know how to cover himself and do things for himself because he's an adult. He's like 18 or whatever. You want him to go off and to this mission. That boy probably can't wash his own clothes. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. But she feel like, oh, that's y'all attacking me. I don't know. I'm like, girl, you nuts. And is one thing to be a protective mom. Andrea is a dictating, batshit crazy, fake Mormon, closet getting knocked up with the baby, getting finger popped in the car when home from prison, and in the car wash ass person. We don't like that at all. Okay. Anyway, we then see Andrea decides she wants the kids to get back to, I guess, the neighborhood, to the people or whatever. And so she wants to have a lemonade stand where they can sit out and say the goodness of God is around you, or whatever she told them to say. I don't remember, whatever. And then this donation, you have them outside in LA during COVID. Okay, during COVID, they had no mask on, and we know that because a man walked up in a mask. Selling lemonade for free and asking for donations. the kids say, remember our mom used to, punish us and say if we don't act bad, we don't know if we keep acting bad, she's gonna take us to the ghetto. Well, she did, honey. When they showed that this is where they live, and it's not a bad ghetto. It just looks a little urban. It looked like a church, an abandoned church, but a church nonetheless. Anyway, they sitting out there, whatever, and Priscilla then brings up, I drew my family tree. I drew, my dad and my mom and you and my sister. What's this with the girl, whatever Lamar's daughter name is, and it was like Shantae is her name, because me and my dad went to see her at the beach. He told me not to tell anybody, so don't tell anyone. And she's like, I'm scared that my dad may find out that I said something, and then he'll be upset with me, and my mom will be upset with me, and everyone will be upset. And I'm looking like she ate. Why is she caring about her parents being mad at her because she went and met her sister? And her daddy, well, of course, her daddy said keep it a secret. But again, I'm like, it's some bull of the shit, okay? And both Nyla and Tennyson bring up how he should have never told her to lie about that. Like, he for sure should have told her to lie to us, because we not even as crazy as our mama. And I'm like, girl, well, your mama, girl, it's just somebody called the people, the child protective service, because again, Andrea is on some bullshit. We then have Scott and Lindsay. Nancy dribble and Dale dribble. So Scott has left the house to go wherever. I don't know where he went. And Lindsay's like, what, since he's gone, I'm gonna go through his stuff. Okay. If he can go through my stuff, I can go through his stuff. And he can see how it feels. We then see her for the rest of the episode going through his paperwork and his computer and his drawer. She's all in the office going through everything or whatever. She sees some bills with some past due notices, a lot of delinquent. The car is max. He's cash poor, and it seems as if he's credit poor too. Okay. She also finds papers that show that he is renting that house. He did not buy that house. I'm like, She then found an old cell phone in the drawer, and she plugs it up. My thing was, how was the phone and the plug both there? Usually, if you upgrade a phone with the same fuckers, I don't even fit the same. I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, she charges the phone and starts reading the messages. There are tons of messages from before of him like contacting hookers from Craigslist and setting up hooker John dates. Yes, he was paying chicks for the cooch, and I can't believe he was paying for the cooch. I could not believe this. He was paying for pussy. He, didn't buy this house for real. He's not really rich. He has all these past due bills. I can't believe this. She then calls her mom, and this is like when she was in prison or whatever. She then calls her mom and says, Mom, I can't believe this. He's not who he says he is. I cannot believe this. I don't know if he'll be able to take care of me and Miley Grace. I'm like, girl, the fuck, bye. I don't feel bad for you that the John you picked was a bad mark. He was paying for your puss through the prison. Prison paid for puss. If you ask me, he was paying for you while you were in prison. So why are you shocked that when he was in the real world, he wasn't paying for puss? He paying for yours. He paying for that ankle monitor. He paid for your kid's room. He was already paying for your puss. Your puss was on layaway. He was putting money down on your cooch, and I don't blame him for not buying a house because he don't know if things will work out with you. It makes sense to rent a house for a year to see how it goes. Girl, but he's a liar too. But so is she. So what? You fucking Terabelle, and you want to have Terabelle in the goddamn driveway, girl. Lindsay thinks she's, oh my God, I've been scammed. No, bitch, you've been hoodwinked and bamboozled quicker than you can hoodwink and bamboozle him, girl. That's what happens when you're trying to hook in prison. Hooking in prison. Okay, we then have Lacey and John. Okay. John to me he's a phantom because he's always around. So John has been out of jail he's been in jail for 10 months. Okay, he's getting out today or whatever. He's on parole. I don't know for how long he's on parole, but he's on parole or whatever. And he's going to live with his homeboy and whatnot. He said, because I'm tired of coming home and, burdening my family, let me burden some friends or whatever. So, like, I've been on in the prison for I'm so tired, y'all. My eyes keep closing. I've been in prison for 10 months, sleeping on a little cot that's like less than an inch thick. That's the floor. If you have a little cot, a little piece of mattress foam that's less than an inch thick, that's the floor. You were sleeping on the floor in like 2 sheets, and that's really it. Anyway, like, I'm in love being in the real bed, and the guy got him a whole little bedroom or whatever. Nice friends, where they own houses, can let you stay there or whatever. Now, he brings up how, the night, him and Lacey was, together. She tricked him to thinking like we was going to be a whole couple. Okay, we're going to be together. I can't believe she said that or whatnot. And then they was hanging out one night at a strip club. And they were fussing because she was upset that he was like talking to a stripper. But I'm like, at strip clubs, the dudes sometimes do talk to strippers. Anyway, because of the fight they had, I guess he had been drinking. And then once he got to the house, the police were there. So I feel as if she called the police on me because she was pissed off. She's threatened to call the police on you before, so I don't know why that's so shocking or whatever. But anyway, I'm just upset that she would do that or whatever. I'm done with her. But I need to know, why did she call the cops on me? Because Lacey's crazy, too. Bad shit, crazy. I just want to be good and move on. But I still want to know, why she did that to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, as a matter of fact, Lacey can't even be with one guy. Lacey always cheats. So, it's only going to be a matter of time before she comes back to daddy. I feel like because Lacey's pregnant, that may be the only reason she won't go back and fuck with John. Because she's knocked up. I do feel like if she was not knocked up, John would have a good enough calling for her to come. Just the girl, I don't know, still in his face. Anyway, we see Lacey at home with our kids complaining, oh my God, I've been, being married, you lose all your freedom. You don't have as much freedom as you want. I'm here at home all day. Shane's at work. Okay, he's at work or whatever, and I'm at home taking care of 3 kids and I'm pregnant. You had them 3 kids before you was married. Being married is not what made you have to be at home with children. You had 3 children before. I feel like the only reason they probably there now because of COVID. Because we have never seen Lacey being a parent. And she was a parent today. But I'm not complaining about your kids, girl. Bye. Don't blame 3 on Shane. That's all you. Anyway, who else do we? Oh, I know. Well, lastly, the foolishness of it all. Okay, we had Sarah, Malcolm, Michael, and Malcolm. Girl, the three-way we never wanted. Okay, so Michael really came over that girl house late at night to see them kids after he missed the whole court date earlier in the day. Now we see he is in the living room with the oldest girl and the youngest baby. He then gets up, takes the youngest baby into the bedroom where Sarah and Malcolm is sitting. It's just awkward tension. It's just weird. But I feel like Sarah on that bullshit, she likes to make Michael and Malcolm both feel awkward. It's like, girl, fix your life. Okay, go to Ayala if you need to. And Malcolm asked Sarah, you know what I'm saying, do you see this happen a lot? You know what I'm saying, all of us here, with Michael too. And she said, I feel like eventually he can come over and get the girls and leave with them or whatever and go somewhere. But right now, he would have to be here or whatever. Now Sarah then brings up how Malcolm will have to learn to adjust to how Michael operates because Michael isn't going anywhere and there are things I can't control. Bitch, please. There are many things you can control with you and Michael. You choose not to. Sarah and Michael both like being fuckboy and fuck girls. They both like Michael's a fuckboy, and I feel like Sarah's a fuck girl. Not saying Sarah is not a good mom because she is, but the bullshit games that her and Michael play is fuckboy and fuck girl games. She like that toxic ass bullshit. I'm not saying that she likes that he's not a good father, but she likes fighting with him. As I'm so tired, I'm so done, but she keeps giving him chance after chance after chance, which makes him do whatever the fuck he wants because no matter how much he fucks up, he know she will always welcome him with open arms. And she, as she said, my boyfriend has to learn to adjust to how my baby daddy operates. Bitch, what? Michael ain't paid no bill. He don't have no car. He don't even help you, bitch. How are you gonna say that a man who was not a good father to your kids gets president over your boyfriend who seems to be supportive? You need to have rules and boundaries in place to where Michael can't move how he move. Period. You don't adjust your life to this motherfucker. Are you dumb? Yeah, she is dumb. She's very dumb. I'm gonna leave that be. Now, Michael brings up how Malcolm is a friendly guy. You know, he seems like a person who you can be friends with or whatever, but he's soft. Okay, he's a follower. He then say, "How does Sarah go from dating a boss like me to being with a guy who's following your baby daddy?" I'm like, Michael, what kind of boss is you? Michael must be a boss of the streets, an empty street with only back alleys and dumpsters. Because again, Michael, you don't have shit. I feel like Michael has less of a pot to piss in or one to throw it out of. Mike don't own a pot. The last time we saw Mike, he don't have nothing. Nothing, girl. A boss like me. I'm like, you not a boss. You don't have no. You had your hair braided and it looked at dusty. I thought he had lint in his hair. It was one gold ass accessory. I'm looking like, Michael, you not a boss, bruh. You not even a worker. You are no one. I don't know what he would do for work. I don't. I guess it's the show. Because I don't follow him on social media. But I feel like a boss like me. I'm looking like, what? What? Malcolm lives out of state and can afford to drive up in his own car and spend time with Sarah Dingy ass. So on a surface level, Malcolm is more of a boss than you. You have the Uber place because you don't have a car. I think you homeless. Girl, a boss like me. I'm looking like a boss. Like, this bitch is crazy. Okay. Now they finally get a chit chat about the little court case, and Malcolm then went outside to smoke a cigarette or whatnot. And she tells him how the court stood with the judge. Just continue the case because again the judge did not want to make any ruling in where Michael was not there to know what was going on or whatever. He said, I just overslept. He said, she said, what time did you wake up? Like 1. You woke up at 1 p.m. Are you? And I'm like, he was a damn alcoholic drinking with old girls cooch and whatnot. Anyway, he like, yeah, I just overslept or whatnot. But it was what it was. Now he said, why can't we just go to mediation? She said, because we're not going to agree. You want something that I'm not going to give you. You want 50-50. I don't feel comfortable with you taking my kids to Florida for whatever amount of time during the year. I wouldn't do that, Ma. I wouldn't do that, Mama. I would not do that. No, I wouldn't do that. No, not me. And she's like, yes, you would, because because you eat, I think, Patty or whatever. No, the kids, no. But Michael wouldn't take them kids with him. Michael don't want them kids like that. You know what I'm saying? He may want to come and visit them when he's in New York, but Michael do not want them kids half the time. Period. The issue was when Sarah said, I want to prevent him from being able to take the girls, so I need to get custody. That's the only reason this came up. He didn't want custody. He wanted to see them when he wanted to. Girl, but Sarah has every right to not want him to take them girls anywhere across the state line. My point is, I doubt he would ever want to. When he leaves, she say, no, he then say he's not worried about losing custody of the kids because, that was Sarah's issue. Sarah brought it up or whatever, and ever since she brought it up, she's been back and forth about it, so I'm not concerned at all. Hence his ass getting drunk the night before court. I'm going to leave that be too. Now in the house, Malcolm and Sarah talk, and his things like him saying, I'm just kind of ready for you and him to like kind of not have this weird ass situation going on and whatnot. And I'm so overwhelmed with catering to your feelings and how you deal with Michael. Da, 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 da. And he like, I just want to be done. And I think she's confusing him saying, I need you to fix shit with, I need Michael to not be around. You need to create boundaries for Michael. That's what Malcolm wants. He don't want Michael gone for good, forget. He wants boundaries. Michael should not have got up and came over there in the dead of night. He should not have, okay? Not to discuss courts. I'm a leak because you missed court, but came over tonight hoping I wouldn't be here to get some of Sarah's cooch. Sarah must get firehead. I'm gonna say that. Anyway, Malcolm brings up how Sarah allows Michael to get to her. Like, she allows him to poke her. And if she wants us to be together, she has to stop doing that shit or whatever. And Sarah says, this is my life. You said I can't do anything about what Michael does because he's my kid's father. I'm like, Sarah is dumber than I thought. And I'm gonna leave it at that because it's just stupid. Girl, you can control. She can control or put boundaries in. She don't want to. Okay, she don't want to. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.